Very important also, after we understood what is business, to learn about business models. A business model is the summary of all the analysis that we did beforehand. The way that we will structure our day-to-day activities in this business, and how we will make decisions regarding our costs, regarding our operations, regarding resource deployment, and how we will generate profit and revenue. Remember when we talked about the managerial acumen? So we need to understand what is the role of business managers or business owners, or they call it the CSuite managers. So the CSuite managers are the executive managers at the very top of the hierarchy. Think of CEO, Chief Executive Officer, or COO, Chief Operating Officer, or Chief Marketing Officer. So these C-suite managers are at the top for a reason. Their responsibility is to anticipate, to recognize, and to act upon opportunities that's available in the market, and then drive the production or the offering of products and services, and offer solutions to problems in a unique, important, and valued and meaningful way to a targeted customer group in the market. So their main focus is leveraging a specific opportunity in the market, and they create the business model and they try to execute that model and the strategic plan in an effective and efficient way. And it's not only about the opportunity available in the market outside, it's also how we can benefit from the competencies, from the talent, from the capabilities, from the knowledge that we acquire inside the business. So how we can motivate our employees, how we can develop their skills more and more, how we can create this atmosphere or organizational culture that allow all our employees to excel and to offer the best they have. They do this through a strategic planning process. It's very, very important for the C-suite managers or the business owner or the business manager to understand the horizon or the horizons in front of him and guide the company or the business in the right direction. But we might have the best strategic plan on earth, but unless we execute that plan effectively and efficiently, we will gain no benefit. That's why when putting plans into action, we need several cycles of strategic planning or planning processes or stages. We execute a series of planning cycles over the time. This allows the company or the business to adjust its direction, to anticipate new opportunities or to anticipate new risks that we didn't consider in the first place. So we start by setting some strategic objectives, what I wanted to accomplish here, and we design a business model, and we assess the fit of this business model to the market, to the business, to my capabilities. Then we design a business plan. And the business plan is the answer to what we will do, how we will do it, where we will do it, who will do what. And then we go to the third stage, which is execution. Okay, what are the specific steps that I can take, how I will deploy my resources, how I will offer, how I will operate, how I will manufacture. And then comes the analysis or the assessment of the company performance. Okay, we had a plan, we executed the plan. Now we need to assess and to see, are we on the right direction? Are we getting the profitability level that we are aiming at? What's our performance? And then we assess the company growth. Are we growing? Are we growing in the rate that we are aiming at? If yes, we assess more, we continue, and we go into the second cycle of planning. If not, we assess the reasons why we are not growing the way we anticipated, or the way we wanted. What can we do? What went wrong? And here comes the role of the executive managers, or the general manager, or the chief executive officer. Two things they do that leads to the business growth and profitability. The first one is the well-directed and positioned strategy. The second one is efficient and effective business model execution. So when they have the right strategy and the right execution, the result is growth. In any planning cycle, we have 3 stages. The first stage is a direction or positioning. So we answer these questions. What do we want to do? Why do we want to do it? Can we do it or not? The second stage is implementation. So how we will do what we plan to do. What needs to be changed in order to succeed? Where will our resources will be allocated? The third stage is assessment. Did we meet the goals that we said that we are aiming at? What needs to be changed? Do we need to improve something? What system require fine-tuning? What systems that we need to implement? What systems that we need to get rid of? What further capacity adjustments are required? When we talk about business, we think of profit. But even non-for-profit organizations, they need also to implement all this. They need a positioning strategy. They need pricing strategy. They need a strategic plan. They need to assess the opportunity in the market. Although their existence is not for making profit, but they still have costs, and they still need to generate revenues to cover these costs. Yes, profit is not our primary objective here. Our social or service is our main target, but we need to take into consideration all these things to enable the organization to grow and to sustain its existence in the market. And when doing business, we need to think across multiple horizons. We have short term, we have mid-term, we have long term. So we have to have a growth strategy for the long term, but at the same time, we need to have efficient tactics to operate today. And also when thinking long term, we have to consider the product cycle in the market. So every product has a certain age in the market. Some products, they last for 5 years. Some products last for 5 weeks. So we need to make sure that we always have some research and development process, continuously developing new products or enhancing our existing products, and also to consider those products that will obsolete in a certain time. And also the immediate term operating performance is based on the products and services a business offers today, but we need to keep developing new products and services, and we need some time to develop these products and services so the business or the organization remains healthy and sustainable, and we continue to grow. So for example, Apple, they have 3 main horizons that they think of. The first horizon is horizon number 1 is their ability to create near-term profit through products such as iPad, iPhone, iMac. Then horizon number 2, mid-term development, and these product technology adjustments like Apple Watch, Apple TV, Apple Pay. The third horizon is the new markets and the new opportunities that they assessed now, but they are keeping working on for the future. For example, the automotive artificial intelligence, the virtual augmented reality, the cybersecurity, the ride share. So they have 3 funnels of three pipes of products coming through the company, something that serve the immediate need to generate revenue, something on the midterm, and also something on the long term. Supporting the three horizons is the corporate, social, and environment responsibility. The corporate, social, and environment responsibility is a relatively new concept, just 2 decades or not more than 2 decades, and it refers to how the organization is committed to the social aspect and to prevent the damage of the environment. And right now, customers across the globe are demanding this. They are demanding for socially and environmentally friendly products and services. And here we can discuss what's called the greenwashing. So some corporations, some organizations, they pretend to be environmentally friendly, for example. They pretend to be ethically and socially responsible organizations. And they put in place some strategies, but right now customers are so intelligent and diligent in knowing who is really acting on their social and environmental responsibilities and who is just greenwashing their activities. We can understand how important the role of leadership in the success of the business. And here comes the concept of visionary leadership. A visionary leader is providing his or her employees and related stakeholders with the leadership, the visionary leadership required to successfully plan, organize, develop, execute the strategy. Visionary leaders inspire their labor force. They go beyond the ordinary expectations. Remember when I told you about the needs of the customer? One is latent needs, the second is expressed needs, and the third one, unexpected needs. And here is a good golden opportunity for a visionary leader to provide something extraordinary. A visionary leader also knows how to communicate the direction of the company, his vision or her vision, to the workforce, and to create a culture that supports all employees to go in that direction. And now it's very important for employees to have a meaningful work, to be part of an organization that has a greater vision. And visionary leaders, they can cultivate the loyalty and the motivation of their employees. Visionary leaders have key capabilities or key abilities, and these are: they know how to respond and effectively deal with opposition to the vision and the strategy. So this requires ensuring that opposing viewpoints are heard, so we listen to them, we consider what they are saying, and we respond in a constructive manner. Successful visionary leaders, they don't oppose opposing voices. They incorporate it, they listen to, they value these voices. And also it's very important to take into consideration their viewpoint in the decision-making process. Visionary leaders also ensure that accountability for the various strategic objectives identified as being essential to the vision. And these objectives are fully communicated and appropriately embedded into the organization performance and reward programs. Visionary leaders also need to work smartly with the resources available. So they need to free up some resources, whether human resources or financial resources, to successfully complete specific initiatives that are critical to the strategic and operating plan success. And the last one, and one of the important capabilities of visionary leaders, is making tough decisions. So when we are managing a business, we will come, there will come times we face some challenges, and we will face some times that we need to take difficult decisions. Visionary leaders are not afraid to take difficult decisions and communicate these decisions and connect these decisions with the vision and the direction of the organization. So decision-making process is very, very important in the success of any business. Owners or managers or leaders, they need to create a vision of the opportunity available in the market, or that they want to create in the market. They confirm that the market size of customers is large enough that once it is commercialized, the opportunity can enable the business to make profit and sustain this profitability for the anticipated planning cycle and for long-term success. They also need to confirm that a position within the market is feasible. So we are doing something that is feasible, which will enable the company to compete in a manner that is superior to the direct competition. They need also to confirm that the market situation will stay constant long enough, and if they are not sure that it will, the market situation will stay constant, what we can do to deal with the changing market landscape. They need also to confirm that the business has the resources and the capabilities they need to execute the strategy. And also they need to execute the strategy in an efficient and effective manner and achieve the objectives. We need to talk about strategy. Strategy is a group of plans that tells us the direction that we are heading towards. Strategy is the decisions that allow us to go from point A to point B. Strategy focuses on the vision of the firm and the opportunity it believes exists in the market. It also checks the life expectancy of the product or the service, and to make sure that this life expectancy is long enough to ensure that the return on investment is high and satisfactory. Also, strategy tells us, do we have the competency that we need to compete in this market or not? Under strategy comes tactics. And tactics are the immediate term actions that a firm or a business execute to meet the short-term objectives. So while strategy is a broad plan for what we will do to respond to a certain opportunity at the market, tactics are the short-term actions or activities that we will take now to enable the business to go into this direction. So the business decision model consists of 6 components. The first one is visualize and assess the business opportunity. The second one is confirming the market size and the profitability potential. The third one is determining market position, our approach, and how we will continue succeeding in this market. The fourth one is assessing company resources and capabilities. The fifth one is determining the tactics required to achieve objectives. And the last one is adjusting and building out or reinventing the business model based on the assessment that we did when executing the plans. When we say profit and profitability, it's very, very important to distinguish between the two concepts. The profit is the bottom line. It's the result that an organization or a business has realized for a given period of time. Simply, it's total revenue minus total expenses. On the other hand, profitability is how effective and efficient this business utilized their asset and their resources to make a profit over a period of time. When we do profitability analysis, we take into considerations different factors such as return on the capital invested, return on equity, the financial leverage the business undertook to finance its assets and operations, the level of pre-tax income that we earned. So profitability analysis generally assess over a period of time how efficient and how effective we are in getting certain results. And we do this by creating a business model that utilizes the resources efficiently and effectively. Also, in profitability analysis, we compare our situation with the competitors. If we are investing a certain amount of dollars and we are not getting the return that our competitors are getting, this means that our operating model is not as efficient and effective as our competitive. And this will affect the continuity of the company. It will affect the success. It will affect the long-term growth of the business. This week, we learned what is business, and we defined the key elements of the business. We also explained the business model, the strategy, the plan, and how they are interconnected. We also compared the profit and profitability, and we assessed the importance of creating a well-differentiated value proposition, and we reviewed the steps involved in a business decision-making process. Now we will go into groups and we will discuss the questions provided in the textbook, and also we will study the case that was given in the book.